But, everyone has sort of a gimmick and whatnot. So, could an AI generate artist win, album of the year at the Grammys? Like,
Are we Milli Vanilli? That's what I'm starting to think. They were ahead of their time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it almost asks these bigger questions about just sort of existential. But so like Joni Mitchell was coming in, and it was probably one of the first times they ever put viewer emails on air. So like Denise Donlin walks over to the desk and she's got the computer. It's like, oh, here's so-and-so from, festivalschmooze.com or whatever website of it. And reading, like, Joni Mitchell's just there smoking a cigarette. She has like no idea what's going on. Much music ever put emails on TV. So like they were trying stuff. Everyone was trying stuff. Again, there's no model. Like some of this stuff almost seems quaint or like almost kind of silly in retrospect, just like entertainment in general. Because I mean, you go to a concert, there's a lot of production. It's not just a stage show, but there's a lot of artists will use backing tracks and whatnot. So I don't know. I mean, AI with music, who knows? I mean, I think like a similar question is like, how are we going to be accessing music going forward? Because like right now we're obviously deep in the streaming era, but Spotify specifically, like I am interested to see what happens to them long term for a few different reasons. Like one of which is also just because they don't have those big affiliations where they're like Apple Music or Amazon and whatnot. They're also not an American company too. I mean, obviously based in Europe. So it'll be interesting to see how long they can maintain their footprint. And also, they've been criticized a lot too for how little they pay the artists too.
But that's interesting, right?
Yeah.
So I'm seeing a theme here. Things change every 10 years, like dramatically.
Of course.
Yeah. So in 10 years, will there be Spotify and Apple Music and Amazon Prime Music?
I do feel like the delivery mechanism for music is going to change, and we probably don't even have the technology to even define what that's going to be. I don't think what we do now with sort of, Spotify, your Wrapped, Year in Review, your playlists. I mean, curating playlists in Spotify is probably a good historical equivalent of all that work you did in iTunes. Like I have hundreds of playlists.
Yeah.
They're all like, slight tweaks of this. This is like Sunday morning chill music, but the jazz version, and this is the indie rock version, and this one's.
How much time did we spend on that?
Oh, to this day, yeah. Like I and like with iTunes, and again, like it's completely gone. So like with Spotify, is that gonna happen, or Apple Music, or take your pick? Like, who knows? Like, even how are we gonna be listening? Like, are we gonna be listening to music through our phones? Like, that's what we do. And it's like, when the iPod came out, and someone said, hey, I'm from 10 years in the future, this device is not going to exist. Not just the iPod, but MP3 players of any kind.
You would have laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember even like towards the end, like all of a sudden, like everything was an MP3 player. You would get like a USB key that would have like a jack, and it's like you could have like 30 songs on it. It's like you've got your electronic press kit, and like, I'm just going to put like that one Sloan album and listen to it with my earbuds, and it's like, this is awesome. It cost me $0. I was just at like a trade show, and then someone gave me this, like, okay, free MP3 player,
which seemed cool
at
the time, but now gone.
Yeah,
and so will subscription services be gone?
Yeah,
yeah, maybe there could be some whole new system.